Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Davey, Deathray. Hope you guys are having a lovely, lovely Wednesday. And welcome on back, guys. This is another edition of Late Night with the Davey. I'm just going to bring you a little bit closer. Don't be shy. Don't be shy, Death Squad. Yeah, guys, this is, I think this is episode 99 of Late Night with the Davey. So we're going to have to find something really fun to do for our 100th episode. I don't know. It'll have to be something something crazy. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Yeah, guys, really appreciate you jumping on in here. I'm very excited to tackle the 1980 through 1999 batch of best horror movies. Now, we did this last week where we took year 2000 through 2025. So this one's going to be a little less heavy on the legwork that we got to do. And just like last time, guys, your favorite movie from that year, maybe it's not in here. I tried to be really fair as far as like, excuse me, not every sequel from every franchise is in there. Like I just tried to be fair as far as movies that still have a legacy, lasting impact, maybe movies that, didn't spawn a franchise, but really had a huge, were a big deal the year that they came out. So, pretty good mix here, I think. The early 90s, it was a little slim, so we'll see how all that goes. But I'm very excited to see what you guys have to think, or what you guys have to say about all of this. We do have our very first year is already in the chat as far as voting on best horror of 1980. So we've got The Shining, The Fog, Friday the 13th, and The Changeling. So looks like The Shining is going to win that one pretty handedly. I also want to let you guys know I've got a super chat goal going. These are just something we do for fun. I like to get these things rolling for us because usually they either unlock like more time hanging out on the stream or, a whole new stream that I wasn't really planning on doing, but we'll find a way to make it happen. So if we reach 5 super chats of $4.99 or more tonight, which we've already got 3, if we get 2 more, then I will host a Scream 7 watch party this weekend. So if we reach the goal, I guess we're going to need to figure out Friday or Saturday what works best, and we'll get something going because yes, Scream 7 is available for streaming. Now, it's a little on the spendy side as far as like rental, but if you haven't seen it before and you want to check it out, or maybe I will be able to share a link to a site where you could watch it and not have to pay $20. So, keep an eye out for that one. But I'm going to go ahead and close out our very first poll here. 19 votes. The Shining wins best horror film of 1980. How about it? Let me bring up my cool little... It's not even... I should have it on a spreadsheet, but I did it a little bit different than that. Okay, I'll probably end up putting these all in a spreadsheet once we get them all finished. Okay, so there we go. So The Shining is the favorite of 1980. Let's see what we've got for 1981, shall we? All right, let's see here. All right, sorry guys. Kind of a mad dash to really get going here. You know what I'm going to do? Before I get this poll going, I'm going to say what's up to all of you guys. I worked like right up to almost the, coming onto the stream. So work, jump in the shower, eat something really quick, jump in the stream. So I'm like, dude, you haven't even said hello to anyone and you're jumping right in. So I'm going to jump in, say what's up to you guys, and then we'll get going on the rest of the goods here as far as all that goes. But 1980, nothing was going to change the outcome of that one with how lopsided it was, with The Shining winning with 68%. So thank you to everyone that voted. I want to ask you guys, whether you're watching live or watching after the fact, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, all that good stuff. Hit the notification bell, and then that way you won't miss any of the notifications or anything. As far as, setting up streams last minute like I did last night, I went and looked at the analytics. So we have almost 3,000 subs here. Only like 250 people have notifications clicked. So I'm guessing you guys in the chat do, but a lot of people don't. So And it's a good idea to double check and make sure. And if you're watching after the fact, jump into the comments, let me know your thoughts, which way you would have voted on any of these. Maybe there's a movie you would have included. You know, YouTube limits me to 4 entries in these polls, so jump on into the comments, let me know down there for after the fact, and hit the hype button if you dig this kind of stuff. We're going to keep on going, guys. The next one's going to be 1960 to 1979, and it might be a little bit different if we go back further than that, but yeah, we're going to keep this rolling. Okay, I'm going to say what's up to you guys. We got Lamontre Gillard hanging out. What's happening, Lamontre? Great to see ya. Antonis Andriotis, one of our amazing channel members. How are you doing, Antonis? Welcome on in. Adrian James, what's happening, Adrian? We got Kay Catchy hanging out. Take me back to Paradise City. Good old GNR. We got Antonis Andriotis dropping a $4.99 super chat. Says super chat number 1. Time to have some fun. Thank you so much, Antonis. Really do appreciate you. We got Ryan Michael kicking it with us, one of our great channel members. What's happening, Ryan? Welcome on in. Tia Nina, another one of our fantastic channel members. How are you doing, Tia? We got Miss Horror Becomes Her hanging out. Welcome on in, Miss. Thank you for jumping on in. One of our great channel members as well. Saying hello to everyone here. We got Christine kicking it. What's happening, Christine? Welcome, welcome. Linda G, another one of our great channel members. Welcome on in, Linda. Hope you are doing well. Sorry, guys. I really had to clear my throat. I don't know what the heck was going on. What was going on there? Let's see here. What do we got? Hope Davey remembers his water tonight. I do. I've got some water right here. So I should be good. Should be all right. Ryan Michael dropping a $4.99 super chat, guys. Says this one's going to be fun. These are my favorite years of horror movies. These are the ones we grew up on, Davey, and talked about for hours. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, 80s and 90s. Holy cow. It really is like 80 to 99 is pretty jam-packed. Pretty jam-packed. We got Jamie Hart kicking it with us. She is back from her trip, y'all, driving all day. Probably won't stay. No big deal, Jamie. Really appreciate you jumping on in. Guys, if you don't know, Jamie was the original Death Squad moderator when we probably had 350 subs here at the channel or something like that. She's the OG, and she's been a channel member since those became an option. Welcome back from your trip, Jamie. I hope you get some good rest and you're ready to get back at moderating tomorrow. We got Antonis Andriotis dropping another $4.99 super chat. Says super chat number 3, give me something for free. Yeah, man, I will, for dropping a super chat. If you've got some off-topic wacky question or something, you just let me know, Antonis, and I will answer it for you, bud. Thank you so much for the $4.99, man. Really do appreciate you. Okay, let's see. Who else do we have in here? Yes. Who else? We got Papa John, one of our great channel members. What's happening, Papa John? Great to see you, bud. Feels like it's been a few weeks or so. I don't know. The passage of time is very bizarre when you are always streaming, seemingly. I mean, when I say you, I mean me. The informal you. Welcome on in, Papa John. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope the year is treating you. Guys, I can't believe we're already in the second quarter of 2026. It's just like, just flying right by. We got Jiggy in here, although why am I not seeing any of Jiggy's chats? Where is the Jigster? There's the Jigster. How are you doing, Jigsaw? Welcome on in. Welcome. Okay, and I might be all caught up with everybody. King Matthew III, what's happening, King Matthew? Hope you're doing well. Have a great rest of your night, sir. We got Jared Arnold, one of our great channel members. What's happening? Jared Arnold, or if you guys have been hanging out for a while, Gerald is his nickname. Because I keep on flubbing his name. What can you do? Guys, so check this out. Before I really dive in, I'll say hello to everyone else, of course, and then we're going to get the poll for 1981 up. But I do want to let you guys know, tomorrow night, I'm going to be on Backtrack Cinema. Let me see if I can actually bring it up. Jason from Backtrack Cinema and Matt from Fachi's Cinema and myself are all going to be over there on Backtrack, and we are going to talk about, we're basically ranking like the top 10 horror movies of 1981. So we're celebrating some 45th anniversaries that are here. And I'm very much looking forward to it. There were a couple movies I had to watch because I had never seen them. Surprise, surprise. And then some movies that I wanted to refreshen my memory of because it's been so long since I've seen them that I really couldn't remember well enough to judge them because I'm just going to judge everybody. But yeah, so let's see here. That's going to be tomorrow. I'm going to pin that in the chat. Let's see here. Top 1981 horror movies stream tomorrow. There we go. I like to literally spell it all out for you guys. There we go, guys. I got that pinned in the chat. So if you're interested in that stream over on Backtrack Cinema, click the link and, make sure you set the notification and then you won't miss that. Thank you so much for the little reminder there, unbeknownst to you there, Jared. 1981 was a hell of a year for horror. Yeah, so let me get that one rolling here. I just want to make sure we say hello to Carrie from Carrie Crave Cinema. How are you doing, miss? One of our great channel members. And guys, Carrie's got a channel and super fun, laid back and chill. Carrie has an adorable personality and you're going to want to check out the channel. All right, give it a go. We got Mr. Pistofferson, aka our guy Ryan, says, I just use ESP to sense when the power of Deathray goes live. What's good, brother? Hope all is well. Much love from your small, tiny muscled buddy. Everything is going great, man. March was a really good month for the channel in certain metrics, and then I've got to kind of step up my game to get the subscriber metric a little bit better. So but a really good month overall, and yeah, I got no complaints. Actually, here, I'll say this, Ryan, since I've got this brought up and it's on the mind right now, and I'm not going to get into details or anything, but a lot of you guys know that like in the last year and a half, I've just gone through this tumultuous thing with my marriage ending and all that kind of stuff. But just the other day, I heard through the grapevine, so I don't even know how true it all is. I just heard a couple things that, regarding my ex that just kind of made me laugh, and it was like kind of good to hear, a little bit like that, because I don't really think about all of that very much, and I really try not to dwell on it. But having heard what I heard, I was like, oh my gosh, that's hilarious. So I'm not going to get into the details, but I'm sure you guys can, relate to how something like that might feel. Maybe some of you can't. I don't know. Jamie's been with her husband for like her whole life, so she probably can't relate. But yeah, maybe there's some of you who I know a little more personally that I can tell the details about because they're pretty damn funny. Yeah, dude, I don't know if it will. But I'm kind of right there with you. Okay, I don't think I missed anybody else. Did I miss saying hi to anyone else? Just want to make sure, and then we are going to get going with 1981. So let's go ahead and get cruising. We got Steph hanging out with us. What's happening, Steph? Welcome on in. So good to see you. We got Jeff Overing. What's happening, Jeff? Welcome, sir. And guys, if I missed anyone else, I'm so sorry. I will say hello to you, but I want to get this rolling so we can get cruising on the rest of the night here. So let's see here. Start poll. So best horror of 1981. Guys, what's it gonna be? What is it gonna be? Is it gonna be The Evil Dead? Or is it going to be An American Werewolf in London? Or is it gonna be Halloween 2? Oh my goodness. Now, I know some of you are probably like, where's the Prowler? Where's My Bloody Valentine? Nope. No, I do like those movies. They would never win. So we're putting some heavy hitters only in there. So we've got Friday the 13th Part 2 closing out this one. Let me know what you guys think is the best horror of 1981. And let me bring up the timer here. There we go. Boomity boom. There it is. You've got 2 minutes to vote on 1981. Okay, well there. So yeah, but the whole, I guess what I was trying to say, Jamie, is just the whole like hearing about an ex and some, funny stuff, and that when you're 13, you probably don't really, it's not really registering at that point. Yeah, I mean, I would say too, Ben, that's exactly where I'm at. In fact, guys, I revisited An American Werewolf in London last night for the stream tomorrow, and I was pretty disappointed. I still gave it like, I was like, okay, it's a 3-star film. Certain things worked really well for me in American Werewolf in London, but man, it is tonally all over the place. That movie doesn't know what it is. Like, is it a comedy? Is it a supernatural werewolf movie, or is it a ghost movie? What is it? I don't know. John Landis just seemed very confused on that one. So yeah, we'll find out where that goes in the ranking. But there are other movies from 1981 that I'm just like, get out of here, you know. Let's see here. What do you guys got going on here? No Howling, no Funhouse. Yeah, I know. They only let me have 4. So which one would you kick out for the Howling or Funhouse? I know the Funhouse would never win, you know, in any metric of a top 4, you know, if you put it against 4 other movies from 1981. I don't think it would win. I don't even know if the Howling would. Maybe the Howling, like, that's another one I'm going to revisit tonight before the stream, because I haven't seen that since like the mid-90s, probably. Something like that. But yeah, so just so you know, Jared, one of the ways that I go about this, and there we go, guys, the timer is up, so I'm going to close that poll, and Evil Dead is going to win that one. Let's see what the percentage is here. And then, yeah, I'll explain that, Jared, just so you've got an idea of how I go through the process. So, guys, The Evil Dead wins with 40% of 22 votes. Halloween 2 in second place with 32%. Friday the 13th Part 2 with 23%. And An American Werewolf in London with just 5. So maybe we could have put the Howling in there. But, yeah, so here, really quick, Jared, while I've got your chat pulled up there. So I go to Google and I just look up best horror movies of whatever the year is, and then basically what they tell me is they're like, here are the ones that did well at the box office and are culturally relevant. Here are the ones that have become like cult classics, and you know, I don't just pick from the top. Like, sometimes I only get a couple from there, and I try to pick just like, you know, I'm a horror fan that's about 44 years old, and just with what I know from the conversations that I've been a part of and being a part of this community, I just try to be as discernible as possible when picking these movies. So yeah, there are going to be some years where you're like, man, how did that one not make it? It's nothing personal. In fact, sometimes I don't include movies that I personally want in there because I'm like, it just doesn't belong, even though I really like this movie a lot. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I surprise you more than I don't. Yeah, it was like 94, I think, when I saw it. Yeah. I don't remember much. So that's why I'm going to rewatch it here. Okay, let me get 1982 rolling for us. That is my birth year. So there we go. Evil Dead is the one there. And I can pretty much already predict how this one's going to go. But we're going to do it. We're going to give it the college try. So best horror of 1982, is it going to be The Thing? Is it going to be Poltergeist? Is it going to be Creepshow? Heyo, Creepshow. Or is it going to be Amityville 2, The Possession? Ooh, yeah, which I saw recently for the very first time. I think it was back in October. Man, I really like that movie quite a bit. It's one of the reasons why it made it to this poll. So there we go. Boom. Okay, there we go. I just want to make sure. YouTube is doing something different where the polls and the pinned links aren't at the top of the chat anymore, which I find quite odd and maybe a little bit disturbing. Let's see here. Beautifully shot, but that's it. Yeah, it's got some good... let me start that timer again. There we go. Man, the sex scene is about the most awkward sex scene I've ever seen in any movie ever. It's just like weird and uncomfortably long. And I know a lot of like horror movies back in the day had like sex scenes, but this one is like exceptionally awkward. I don't really like our main character. Like, I don't really like David Kessler. I don't know what about him I'm supposed to like. There's just all the stuff I really liked was like the nurse and the doctor. Like I liked all that stuff. And everything with David, I was just like, ugh, can we just get rid of this guy? Yeah, kind of stiff. Yep. Yeah, I don't know what it is. What is this movie? I don't know. I may be disappointed in The Howling. Maybe, I don't know. Well, I'm going to watch it tonight after the stream, so I will let you know. And you can tune into the stream tomorrow night to hear a little bit of my thoughts on that. What's happening, Stewie? Welcome on in, man. Hey, no worries, bud. No worries. You're not late. I mean, you know what I mean? It's just a stream. We're just hanging out. No reason to apologize or anything like that, you know? The Howling is Jamie's favorite werewolf movie. Scared the pee out of me as a kid. Well, and I do hope it's better than An American Werewolf in London, because I was pretty let down revisiting that one. People talk about it like it's a classic. They always talk about the transformation scene, which is really cool, but you only get it the one time. I actually quite liked the way the werewolf looked like in the last 10 minutes, you know, when you actually get to see it a little bit more. And I was disappointed that you really only get to see it in the last 10 minutes. I mean, I know it's 1981 and they're doing everything they can, but they were able to build this amazing transformation scene. I just, as I was watching it, I was like, well, maybe they're just doing the Jaws thing where they want it to have the impact, you know, the most impact it can have. So they're waiting until the end. Yeah. But, you know, admittedly, I'm not the biggest werewolf person. I don't dislike werewolf movies. I've just never like found that to be like something that's really like invigorated my tastes or anything like that. But hey, we'll see. I'm watching 365 movies I've never seen this year. And right now, so far, I've seen 89 movies that I've not ever seen in my life. So we're going to let me know of some other werewolf movies if you got them. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and check out this poll here. No surprises, folks. No surprises. The Thing wins 1982. 56% of 25 votes. Poltergeist coming in second place with 28%. Creepshow with 12%. And Amityville 2, The Possession, with just 4%. I would put Amityville 2, The Possession, right beneath Poltergeist. I got a soft spot for Poltergeist. I grew up with it. So, but it is like right friggin' there. It is, you know, right about there. All right. Thank you guys so much to everyone who voted. Let me go ahead and get 1983 cooking for us here. So let's see. Best horror of 1983. We are going to be looking at... Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Come on now. We're going to be looking at Christine. How about it? Sleepaway Camp. Ooh, we got any gritty 80s camp horror lovers out there? Psycho 2. I think this is going to be a good one. This should be like relatively well split. Videodrome is closing out this poll. So there we go. We got Christine, Sleepaway Camp. We've got Videodrome and Psycho 2 in this poll for best horror of 1983. And Sleepaway Camp is running away with it right away. I'm very surprised. Psycho 2 is incredible. If you haven't seen it, I just watched it in the last few weeks or so. And yeah, I think it's superior to the first movie for sure. But like Psycho, I think is a really good Hitchcock movie. I don't think it's like one of his greats really. Like I think it's really solid and everything like that. But when it comes to Hitchcock, there's a few more I'd rather, or I would watch first. Let's see who it is now. It's starting to even out, especially in the top 3. And I totally forgot to start the timer again. So you guys are getting some more time on that. There we go. Okay, let's see what we got. I think I missed. Oh my gosh, what happened here? Guys, I'm so sorry. StreamYard is kind of bizarre sometimes. So I think I'm just going to scroll to the bottom of the chat. If I miss something important, just let me know. All right. And we've got Talking Star Wars dropping a $5 Canadian. Thank you so much, Shannon. Welcome on in. Shannon says, heck yeah, Scream 7 watch party. Oh, yeah. And then all I really need to know from you guys after that is Friday or Saturday. Friday or Saturday. Jigsaw dropping a 5. There we go. We reached our super chat goal. Thank you guys so very much. We will be hosting the Scream 7 watch party, and then boom, talking Star Wars. Shannon again with a super chat says they're remaking Sleepaway Camp. Yes, it is all true. In fact, if you missed my little video on it, gosh, that was a while ago when they made that announcement, right? Because Kenan Thompson came out. He's got his own production company with a buddy of his, and they are developing a remake of Sleepaway Camp with the Robert Hiltzer. Is that his name? Hiltzer, I think. He's coming back, the original director and writer, to write. He already wrote his new treatment and directing the remake. It's gonna be wild. I'm very curious to see where they're gonna take Sleepaway Camp as far as what they're gonna do with that twist and all that kind of stuff. It'll be very interesting. I don't think you can do what you did in '83, not because of the climate and all that stuff. I just don't think you want to do it because you already did it. People would just be like, it wouldn't be fun enough just to flip it or just to do the same thing. Like, they've got to find, a twist that hopefully has like a couple few layers to it. That's what I'm hoping. Because I think the original is a pretty fun one. But let's go ahead and close out this poll and see what we've got. Guys, again, thank you so very much for helping us reach that super chat goal. You guys have been amazing. I can't say enough how much the support means. Thank you. All right, let's close this one out, guys. It was pretty close, and I'm surprised. I thought Christine and Psycho 2 would fare a little bit better, but boom, look at that. 23 votes. Best horror of 1983 is going to Sleepaway Camp with 39% of the votes. Psycho 2 with 26%, Christine with 22%, and Videodrome with 13%. I think so far that's the highest amount that a last place finish has received. And guys, I've never seen Videodrome, but when I was looking at the year of 1983, I was like, I have to include this. It's Cronenberg. It is, highly rated, like what everyone was saying about it. I was like, I got to include it. And I put it on my watch list. So we will, I will have something to say about Videodrome here sometime in the near future. So there we go. Sleepaway Camp. I'm not like surprised. I just figured John Carpenter always does really well when we talk about movies and when we do polls. So I was like, oh, is Christine just going to run away with it because it's Carpenter? But no, Sleepaway Camp. All right, let's see here. Best horror of 1984. This will be an interesting one. Let's see what we got here. What is going on? Sorry, guys. User error, I suppose. So Friday the 13th, the final chapter. That's kind of a no-brainer. That's a Charlie Sheen duh kind of moment. A Nightmare on Elm Street, another no-brainer, right? Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, I mean, you got to include that. And guys, I know this might be a controversial pick. I am putting the Terminator on here. I am, because I think it's just as much horror as it is sci-fi. And closing everything out, we are going with the original Silent Night, Deadly Night. Best horror of 1984. Let me know what you got. Some of these years are like, oh man, there are two that are clear cut, like heavy hitters, but there's not much else. So, when I was looking over these movies, there were other horrors from 1984, but I was like, I went Silent Night, Deadly Night, because I'm like, no one's really talking about these other movies, but this movie, every year we go back to it. And hey, I'll say this, Silent Night, Deadly Night beat out A Nightmare on Elm Street at the box office because they both opened up this, or beat it out like opening weekend. Did better, because all the mad moms and everything like that. Let me get the timer going here because I just yap and forget everything. Let me jump on back over to the chitty chat here. Yeah, I love James Woods. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Cronenberg with the body horror, like I'm so there for his weird shit. Like I like his brand of weird, at least from what I've seen. So I need to check it out. And yeah, I've never seen Debbie Harry act in anything. I'm guessing this was maybe one of the first things she did, if not the first film she was in. Let's see here. What do we got going on here? Yeah, Had to throw that on my watch list. Because I need to watch all the David Lynch, all the David Cronenberg, all the Davids. You know, I need to finish their filmographies. And like I said, a big fan of James Woods' acting style. Let's see here. What else do we got? I'm killing you with these options. Too good of options or too terrible of options? I don't know. Horror Becomes Her says Nightmare on Elm Street, my first rated R movie in the theater when I was 8. Holy cow. Way too young, but when you live in a small town, you can get away with a lot. I lived in a small town too, and it was basically like all we needed was somebody that was 18 just to be like, yeah, I'm getting all these kids in. And then we would go watch Seven. Like I went and watched Seven when I was like 12 or what? Did it come out in 94? What year did Seven come out? 96? Yeah, I was not 17 or 18 when it came out. So let's see here. We got 20 seconds left on this one, guys. James Woods went to high school with my middle school math teacher. Holy cow. You got like 2 degrees of James Woods. I like that. All the Davids. Yep, all the Davids. Too good of options. All right. I like it, Carrie. I like hearing that. All right. 95 is when okay, so I was 13 when it came out. Yeah, there was no way I should have been watching that in the theater. Some of the stuff that popped up, I was like, oh man, never seen that in a movie before. All right, guys, we're closing this one out. Best horror of 1984. And I am surprised because A Nightmare on Elm Street wins this one with 71%. Where is it? 71% of 24 votes. Friday the 13th, the final chapter, in second place with 21%, a very steep drop off. The Terminator with 8%, and Silent Night, Deadly Night got nothing. Nathan, nada. Not one bit for Silent Night, Deadly Night. I guess that was, maybe I shouldn't have had that one on there. All right, so A Nightmare on Elm Street is winning that one. There we go. Boom. 1985. If you thought it was tough last time, Carrie, this one might even be tougher. Although I guess that hinges on whether or not you've seen these movies. So we're going to go Fright Night, Return of the Living Dead. We're also going to get into a little Reanimator. Or, you know I had to put it in here, guys. You know I had to. George A. Romero's Day of the Dead, the darkest day in horror. All right. You guys know how I would vote. Don't let me down. Don't you fuck around, Death Squad. All right, let me get that timer going here. There we go. 1985 voting is officially open. Might have lived in a small town in a giant state, but my state is the size of some cities. Yeah, the city that I grew up in, Juneau, like land-wise, is bigger. Well, there's an ice field in Juneau that's bigger than the state of Rhode Island. Just the ice field. And Juneau, land-wise, is one of the biggest cities on Earth. I think it's the biggest city in the United States as far as land goes, because the city and borough of Juneau has this huge. It's called Tongass National Forest. It's just this huge forest. So no one lives in the size of Juneau, but there is a city tucked away in there. Yeah. And in Dream Warriors, those needles in her arm, gaping holes that still could. Oh my gosh. That is one of the most disturbing things in the franchise. The little like spaghetti-o mouths that want to like feed on the needles. Oh, poor Taryn. And she's like, in my dreams, I'm like beautiful and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, girl, you're so beautiful all the time. Like, you don't need to be all punked out with your hair all done and stuff. Like, you're lovely. When you wake up, you're beautiful, Taryn. Don't give me that. Don't give me that only beautiful in your dreams nonsense. Come on, girl. Come on. All right, let's see where we're at. I got to check on the poll here. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. The viewership has been really cool, and I see like we've got a good amount of people hanging out here. So I just want to remind you all to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, all that good stuff. Thank you so very much, guys. Really do appreciate you. All right, what do we got going here? We have 18 seconds left, guys. I'm going to grab this super chat here. We got Code Melted dropping a $10 super chat. What's happening, Code? I feel, have you been in here before? The icon looks familiar with the little raccoon you've got there. I don't know if you've been in here before, but I'm getting some familiarity. So welcome on in. Welcome back. Thank you so much for the 10. And Code Melted says, I watched A Nightmare on Elm Street when I was 8. I did not have good parents. I slept in my brother's room for a whole week. Yeah, like if you're seeing this fresh in like probably, 84, it came out later on in the year. So let's say you're 8 and you're watching it on VHS in 1985. Let's just say that, right? And it's like brand new. It is, I can't even imagine. And I really can't imagine how scary Freddy must have been, because by the time I knew who Freddy was, it was already like the fun Freddy, So like I never got that like fear. Even when I went back and watched the first movie, and I was probably like in 4th or 5th grade or something, I had a fun time watching the movie and everything, but I wasn't afraid because Freddy was fun, man. Freddy was a rock star. Thank you so much for the tenor. Really appreciate it. Code Melted. Really do appreciate it. I don't know if it's that your parents were bad. Did they at least watch it with you? Like my parents wouldn't have let me watch that at 8 years old. But if they rented it and they watched it, they would let me watch it with them. That's the deal that we had, or at least as I remember it. Thanks again for the 10. Really do appreciate you. And guys, let's go ahead and close this one out here for 1985, 23 votes. Dang, this one is... Ooh, that was pretty... I thought Return of the Living Dead was going to destroy this one. I would have voted Day of the Dead if you want the Davey Deathray decision. The Davey Deathray decision. But here we go, guys. 23 votes. Fright Night got 39%. Return of the Living Dead with 31%. Day of the Dead with 26%. Pretty respectable. Reanimator just 4% of the vote. So there we go. Fright Night is your winner for 1985. And guys, just looking at the winners so far, The Shining, The Evil Dead, The Thing, Sleepaway Camp, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Fright Night, you guys have been picking good. Not one stinker has won. I mean, there's no real stinkers, but you know what I mean. Like we're not gonna have a bubblegum gate crash out from your old pal Davey Deathray over any of these votes and the way they're going. I love all these movies. All right, best horror of 1986, guys. All of these movies are celebrating 40 years this year. So if it's been a while since you've seen any of them, go ahead and check them out again. If it's been a minute, So The Fly, we are doing, I gotta do it, right? Friday the 13th, part 6, Jason Lives. Just leave me alone about it. I love this movie so much, and it really is one of the best horror movies of 1986. So just get off my back about it, okay? And then we're gonna go Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. Yeah, because we're all over the place with horror. This isn't just about slashers. This isn't just about haunted house movies. We're going to get uncomfortable and gritty and dirty with it. And we're going to get a little bit funny because I am throwing in there, even though it's not a movie that I really enjoy, we're going to do Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Oh, yeah. Let's see what you guys vote as the best horror movie of 1986. We are going to get that timer going, and you've got 2 minutes. There we go. There we go. Let's see here. Ooh, The Fly. Oh, I'm seeing The Fly is winning, but it's dwindling in percentage as the votes come in. Oh my gosh, this is basically a 2-horse race right here. Holy cow. What's it going to be, guys? Is it going to be The Fly? Is it going to be Jason Lives? I don't know. Why is this thing not letting me do this? Sorry, guys. I'm wrestling with YouTube right now in the background. Let me jump in and see what you guys are saying here. You guys know I love keeping up with the chat and everything, but when we got the timer going and typing out the polls and everything and all that kind of business, sometimes I'm not able to be as involved in the chat as I would like. But thank you guys so much for keeping it rolling. I love seeing you guys with the side convo and chatting it up about all of these. Let's see what you're saying about 1986. I know it won't win, but I had to vote for TCM2, one of my favorites. Carrie says Jason Lives all the way. That's where I am at right now. Linda says I clicked The Fly so fast, and I can't blame you. It's like, I don't want any of these movies to go away. I wish I could pick all of them. I mean, I think The Fly is, I mean, The Thing, The Fly, and The Blob are, you know, 80s remake goodness. Like, whenever people say remakes suck, that's all they do these days. I'm like, well, in the 80s, they did 3 of them, and they're 3 of the best movies of the decade. I mean, when you're talking about horror, 3 of the best movies of the decade. And in the case of The Thing, I do think it's one of the best movies of the decade and one of the greatest of all time. LFO first, BSB is the main event. Oh my gosh, you guys talking about 90s rock, 90s wuss rock. Jason Lives, there we go. Antonis loves TCM2. There we go. There we go. All right, guys, time is up on that one. So we are going to close out this poll. Boom, there we go. Holy cow, this one very, very close. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. No way. When I clicked end poll, The Fly was winning. When I clicked it, The Fly was winning. And there must have been a vote or two that came in at the very end because this bitch flipped. We've got Best Horror of 1986. Jason Lives is victorious with 42%. The Fly with 38%. Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, 13%. And TCM2, just 7%. Guys, I want to take a little bit of a break right now. Let's take a little bit of a breather. There was one thing I wanted to do at the beginning of the stream that I didn't do because I ran in here right after eating dinner. I didn't give myself enough time to really like prep and chill for the stream. So that's on me. But I want to gift some memberships, if that's cool with you guys. Hopefully it's cool with you guys. On the first of every month, or every month I can gift 10 memberships. So I like to do it on the first, and maybe that'll bring in some people. Maybe we'll get some folks jumping on in here. So let's see what we got. Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, here we go. There we are. Membership gifting. Boom. Sending 5 channel memberships out there right meow. Maybe some of you guys will get these memberships. I hope so. Stewie got one. Code Melted got one. Joel from Darkroom Reviews got one. Kay Ketchy got one. And Adrian Gutierrez got one as well. All right. Now I'm gonna go ahead and donate another 5 more. There we go. Or gift another 5 more, I should say. And you are very welcome, guys. This is something cool that YouTube allows creators to do every month. So it's pretty cool that it doesn't, take anything away from us. We got Jamie, aka me. Guys, that is Jamie Hill from Skinamarink right there. She's a channel member. We got Kanan Becker from Ghost Pirate Entertainment received a membership. Hell yeah. I'm guessing that means that Mr. Kanan, maybe he checks out the replays if he's getting the gifted memberships. We got Michael Evans was gifted a membership. Let's see who else. Spastic Chick. Ooh, I kind of like that screen name. Spastic Chick got one also. And is that it? Is there one more that I'm missing here? There might be one more that I'm missing. Spastic Chick. Michael. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm about to throw a fit because YouTube is basically frozen on me right now. Okay. Here we go. I don't even know if I'm streaming still. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, guys. I wish I could make sure that that's all the memberships I've given out, but I can't tell because YouTube is freaking the fuck out over here. So I just want to make sure I'm still running over here. Okay, cool. There we go. Still streaming as far as I can tell. Still streaming after all these years. Okay, here we go. Was it at a tie right before the end, Jared? Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I'm about to have a crash out / meltdown on so many fronts right now, guys. I need you guys to help me feel some calm because I feel like I'm not doing a good job right now, honestly. Sometimes when you do this thing and you go live and you want to be on and you want to be doing your best and giving it your all every single time. Sometimes certain things happen to where you're just you just don't really feel like you're on your game. And I'm feeling that a little bit right now. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm over analyzing whatever it is about the stream or whatever tonight. So guys, I'm asking you to lift a brother up. I need a little help. So whatever you got, I'll take it. Okay, let's see here. Code Melted dropped another $5 super chat here. Says, I know it's not a horror, but the Monster Squad was awesome. And yes, I discovered you during Conformity Gate. That's how you know me. Oh yes, one of the many folks who came over from Conformity Gate. That was a wild time, man. Thanks so much for jumping back in. And I completely agree with you. I consider the Monster Squad a horror. It is a movie that I rented probably twice a year when I was a kid, at least once a year around Halloween. Like I loved, like that was like my VHS go-to rental, like Bible as a child. So yes, huge Monster Squad fan. I really wanted to put it in here with 1987. It didn't end up making the cut, but let's find out what did by getting back in here. So gosh, guys, I'm still kind of beside myself. Jason Lives won. Jason Lives beat The Fly. Holy cow. Yeah, Code. I'm just going to call you Code, so I don't have to say your full name every time or your full screen name every time. But yeah, you will see here, 1987's pretty stacked. I'd love for Monster Squad. You know what it is? Here's what it is. This is the real thing. I'm picking it as the honorary winner. This is for second place, right? This is really for second. Monster Squad's the best horror movie of 1987. This is just the, you know, consolation prize here. So are we going to do A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors? Yeah, I bet that's going to win. Or is it going to be Evil Dead 2 Dead by Dawn? Oh, shit. Oh no, Evil Dead 2. Can you even vote against Evil Dead 2? Is that allowed in like a majority of the states? I don't know if it is. I think there might be some states where you cannot vote against Evil Dead 2. You know, I don't know. We got The Lost Boys is another option. Oh my, are all of these options just absolute bangers? And then do you guys want Monster Squad? Do you want me to throw Monster Squad in there? I could throw Monster Squad in there. Let me see. I want to see if anyone, you guys want me to throw that one in there? Jump in the chat. Say yes or something. If you want Monster Squad, just put in yes and I'll see. Because the other option is Hellraiser. And I really like the first Hellraiser, but it seems like every time I put Hellraiser in a poll, it gets like 2% of the vote. So, Hellraiser, Stepfather, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna roll with Hellraiser because I'm not seeing a reaction quick enough here. I'm very impatient tonight. All right, there we go. Best horror of 1987. Have at it, folks. Let me restart the timer here. There we go. I'm gonna see if I can catch up here with some folks that may have jumped in. Hey, look at that. Joel from Darkroom Reviews jumping on in. Appreciate you jumping in, Joel. I hope you're doing well. Hopefully 2026 is treating you and your fam very well. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Almond Joy's got nuts, Mounds don't. Because sometimes you feel like sometimes you. Those commercials were amazing. They were amazing. With a beard like that, you could never lose. You're killing it, my man. Thank you so much, Ryan. I do appreciate you. I don't know what it is. Guys, I am my worst critic. I'm pretty harsh on myself. So, and I think what it is it's when a bunch of little things happen and I feel like I can never catch back into my rhythm. You know, it's like the bike chain falling off and you can kind of sense that it's about to fall off and then it does. And you're like, damn, I thought I had that thing back on. So yeah, sometimes you feel like that. Hey, Joel, I really do appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. $2 super chat. And he says, thank you for all you do for the horror community. Dude, it is my pleasure. And if I weren't running a channel, if I never made that decision, never made the leap to, you know, be doing a channel of my own, I would still, you know, be involved in some way. You know, I've been in these chats. I pop up all over the place. So like, I just genuinely, I love us. You know, it's a really cool community. So I would like to do even more. I'd like to do as much as possible. So the idea is to use whatever, you know, whatever cachet you can get from doing this kind of thing. You know, the channel's not very big or anything like that, but still, you know, we've done one charity fundraiser charity fundraiser marathon. I'm getting another one planned for a month away for halfway to Halloween. So we're going to do what we can. And as the community and the channel grows, we're going to do everything we can to just help as many people as we can. It'll be great. Thank you so much, Joel. I really do appreciate you, man. You can do it, Tia says. You got this, Davey. Thank you, Linda. Really appreciate you. Carrie says, just breathe and chill. You're doing great. Thank you, guys. I know. You know what it is? It is when inanimate objects don't do my bidding, I start to get really indignant about that shit. I'm like, how dare you? I'm a human being. You are supposed to bend to my will. We created you. You know, that whole thing. It's just obnoxious, I would say. Obnoxious on my part as well. Let's see here. Let me just jump in because I think Julie is in here, but I must have missed her very first message when she jumped in here. Well, here, I'll just grab one that I can find. How are you doing, Julie? Welcome on in, miss. One of our great channel members there. Miss Julie Erie. Oh, yeah. We got Nightfall78 jumping in, sharing his 2-month membership. Thank you so much for being a member, my guy. Really do appreciate you. Let's see here. Oh, my gosh. I have forgotten about the timer. It's okay. The 1987 poll is a good one, so it's all right that it's still open. And oh my gosh, I am kind of blown away. I can't believe Dream Warriors didn't win this thing, but let's close this motherfucker out. All right. We got, how many votes are we looking at here? 29, something like that. Let's see if YouTube can actually work with me because I can't see the results of the polls on the StreamYard side. But no, YouTube is being a total twat and I gotta reload it. Here we go, guys. One sec here. All right, come on, chat. Load on up. All right, 30 votes, guys. Lost Boys wins with 43%. A Nightmare on Elm Street in second place with 27%. Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn with 20%. And Hellraiser with 10%. Okay, Hellraiser didn't do as bad as I thought it would. I really like that first Hellraiser movie. I don't know. I must be kind of on an island. Is it just the real big weirdos that like Hellraiser? Is that what it is? Because I'm not the biggest fan of the sequels, but man, I really do like that first movie quite a damn bit. All right, let's see here. For horror of 1988, guys, we've got Child's Play, the OG and still my favorite in the franchise. We've got Chuck Russell's The Blob remake. Oh my God, what a friggin' movie. We've also got The Vanishing, the original Vanishing. I think it's called Spoorloos is the original title. Is it? I'm not even gonna try to guess. I think it's not Danish. It's somewhere. It's some sort of European something that I'm gonna screw up and offend an entire nation of people. And then other than The Vanishing, the original Vanishing, I'll put OG here. That way you guys know that I'm not talking about because there was an American remake released in the early 90s, I believe. And then what was the next one? It was just right there, right in front of my face. I have the memory of a fucking goldfish tonight. Pumpkinhead. Man, this is a tough one for me. I've never seen The Vanishing. It's one of those that I put on my watch list, but oh my God, I've had people mention it to me as one of the greatest horror movies. It was all over the place when I was looking up best horror of 1988. So haven't seen it, but it's on my watch list. Here we go, guys. I'm going to get that timer going. You've got 2 minutes starting now to vote for the best horror movie of 1988. And let's see what else you guys have to say. Aaron says, I remember a friend of mine and I went to see Dream Warriors, then Lost Boys a couple weeks later. My friend was like, that was better than Dream Warriors. Oh, wow. I mean, if vampires are your thing, absolutely. I think Dream Warriors is a better movie. That's just my opinion. I'm not I like vampires fine. But you know, like the whole like sexy rock and roll vampires, I'm kind of like old school when it comes to vampires. Like I like, you know, Dracula is like my kind of guy. You know, I know, totally boring. It's not cool at all. You know, but if you're into like sexy dude vampires, then oh yeah, The Lost Boys, absolutely. I don't know. I don't know if it has as much legs to me as far as the story goes. I actually think the story in Dream Warriors is like really good. The way they, you know, impact the lore, the way they expand on the lore from the original movie, kind of ignore the second movie. Yeah, I don't know. But dude, they're both dripping in style, and The Lost Boys has etched itself in horror history. I mean, the main question people usually ask, right? It's Lost Boys or Fright Night? What's the better 80s vampire movie, you know? And those are the two that are talked about. There's Nightbreed. Is Nightbreed 90s or is that 80s? I think Nightbreed is 80s, maybe early 90s, but there's like Near Dark as well. But yeah, it is a, tale as old as time. Lost Boys or Fright Night. Okay, let's see what else we got going on here. It is, yeah, that's Kiefer is in there. Alex Winters from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is in there. The Coreys are there as well. Yeah, it's a stacked cast, and it's a really good movie. I'm not trying, like, I know sometimes, guys, when I say one movie's better than the other, maybe it sounds like I'm, not being too nice to the movie that's not the quote unquote winner in my stupid opinion. But they're both amazing movies. Like, these are very worthy of consideration, All right, guys, let's see here. Is the timer all up? Yes, it is. Best horror of 1988, and that one is gonna go to The Chuckster. 32 votes, and Child's Play wins with 44% of the vote. The Blob coming in second place with 28%. Pumpkinhead just behind with 25%, and The Vanishing with 3%. And I would imagine that maybe a lot of us haven't happened to see the original Vanishing, and maybe that is a reason why that it's not getting a ton of love out there. All right, guys, so let's see here. We are almost at the halfway mark ish here. Let me see what else you guys got going on. Yeah, 10%, pretty all right. Brian, welcome on in, man. Hope you are doing well. And guys, I hope I haven't missed anybody. Aaron, I know I didn't say what's up. I didn't stop everything for Aaron. Aaron, we love you. I love you. Thanks for joining us. Some of you guys that are here a lot of times, I don't mean to be, is flippant too big of a word, or not too big of a word, but is it too extreme of a definition? Sometimes with you guys that are here all the time, we just, I would just grab your chat and say, what's up? We love Horny Hedgehog. Am I supposed to be Horny Hedgehog? I thought it was Pacey in Urban Legend is Horny Hedgehog, but it sounds like you're kind of calling me that, Shannon. And I don't know. Am I horny? Who knows? It's like that Misfit song, Am I Evil? Am I Horny? Who the hell knows? All right, here we go. Let's see. Yeah, dude, first Hellraiser is amazing. Yeah. Oh my God, so good. Let me get the, we got Austin hanging out with us. What's happening, Austin? Welcome on in. We got Anime Kingdom. Boom, Anime Kingdom. Yami has arrived. Yami, welcome in. Let me get the next poll going here, and we will keep on cruising. So Child's Play wins that one. Best horror of 1989. Guys, this one was like a real down year for horror. Maybe that'll make the poll a little bit easier. We'll see. But just not many options that were really, like, there are good movies, of course. Like, we've got Pet Sematary in here, which I'm a huge fan of. I just watched it for the first time a couple weeks ago, and it totally, like, blew my friggin' socks off. So what can you do? Shouldn't have waited for that one. We've also got Society, which I know a lot of people really love Society. It wasn't really my cup of tea. I am a body horror kind of guy. But Society was just a little too weird, I think, where I was just sort of like, I don't really get it. Maybe I need to see it another time, or maybe I just need to learn how to forget and laugh a little bit more. And guys, with our last entry, so Pet Sematary, Society, The Puppet Master, or is it just Puppet Master? I think the first one is called, yeah, it's just Puppet Master. There we go, Puppet Master. And we're throwing a little bit of a wild card in here, a movie that's a comedy, but a very dark, horror-leaning comedy, and a movie that a lot of people in the horror community celebrate quite a damn bit. Guys, we are putting in the original The Burbs with Tom Hanks and Bruce Dern and Carrie Fisher and all that fun stuff. So you can vote for 1989. I'm going to get this timer going, and let's see if I actually adhere to the 2 minutes. We'll see. We will see. Oh, yeah, Pet Sematary is there for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if it wins, because Pet Sematary is fucking awesome. Mary Lambert killed it making that one. Maybe the best Stephen King I mean, one of the best Stephen King adaptations. I can say that for sure. And especially from that, like that era, man. I mean, Pet Sematary and then the next year Misery came out. Like those are two really good adaptations. Yeah, it probably will be a landslide. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen any of the show. I need to go back and watch the original. I probably haven't seen The Burbs since like 1990 on VHS, you know? Like it's not a movie that I really went back to. So I would probably find a lot to enjoy about it as an adult because I know so many people that just adore that movie. Yeah, and you know what? It's not even, I think I just got to the point where I was like, okay, I got what it's trying to say. Some movies like would just make a good short film or a good like Tales from the Crypt episode, right? Like Society is a Tales from the Crypt episode. I'm totally cool with the storyline. I don't think the movie needed like an hour and 45 minutes to like tell the tale that it had, right? It's a very simple, you know, my parents and sibling are in this supernatural sex cult and I don't want to be, you know, it's very simple idea. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, I love body horror. I don't mind seeing all sorts of sexual stuff. But yeah, maybe it did. Maybe it just didn't. It rubbed my sensibilities the wrong way. All right, let's see what we got here. Damn, I love The Burbs, but I love Pet Sematary. Well, you can. Then what I do in those positions or in those situations, Carrie, is I'm like, which one is more horror? You know, like when I was doing my top 10, certain movies didn't make my top 10 of 2025 because I didn't think like they were horror. They weren't more horror than another movie that I wanted to have that spot. Yeah. Oh yeah, Feldman is in The Burbs as well. All right, there we go. Feldman's all over, dude. He's Final Chapter. He was in that also. So he's been in 3 of the movies so far. One of the winners. So there you go. There you go, Feldman. All right, let's check this out, guys. This is, oh my gosh, it's a landslide. As Aaron Click predicted, after 32 votes, Pet Sematary wins with 56% of the vote. The Burbs in second place with 31%, Puppet Master with 10, and Society with just 3. And anytime I hear that word Society, I think of the Pennywise song. No, not Pennywise the Clown. Pennywise, well, kind of. Pennywise the band from Hermosa Beach, because they are inspired by Pennywise the Clown to pick that name. So there you go. All right, let's go on to Pet Sematary wins that one. Guys, 1990, speaking of misery, it's making an appearance on this poll. So let me get that punched in there. Boom, best horror of 1990. I am so excited to see what you guys put for this, because there's a nice little spectrum here. Guys, Misery, Tremors, fucking Tremors. Like, I don't know. I'll say this. There are a few movies that any given day of the week, if you're like, hey, do you want to watch blank? And you named one of these few movies, I would say, yeah, absolutely. Like if you told like, hey, Davey, you want to watch Tremors? Yep. Davey, you want to watch Fletch? Uh-huh. Yeah, let's do it. Davey, you want to watch Evil Dead? Yeah, I already got it in. You know, like that. Those are these movies that like I could watch over and over and over. And then finishing out best of 1990. So Misery, Tremors. We've got Child's Play 2. Man, one of the strongest sequels, I think, in all of horror. One of the best final acts in all of horror as well. I think Child's Play 2 is great. And a little connection back to one of our entries from 1981, because the actress who plays Nurse Price is Andy's foster mom here. And then the last one, rounding it out, what was it? I have the memory of a goldfish. It is the Night of the Living Dead remake from 1990. Boom, there you go. Let's get that timer going. All right, you've got 2 minutes to vote on the best horror movie of 1990. I've heard really good things about Gerald's Game. The Flanagan version, I'd imagine. Oh yeah, hit or miss for sure. Yeah, and I think sometimes it's like his stories have, you know, kind of can have oddball endings from time to time. And then, of course, just anytime you adapt a book, you know, you're going to lose certain things. Some things aren't going to be translated as well. Yeah. Danny, what's happening, bud? Hope you are doing well. Thank you so much for kicking it with us, man. Really do appreciate you. All right, let's see what else we got. Ryan went with the Burbs. So a lot of Burbs love here, and it still had such a small little percentage there. Yeah, man, Pet Cemetery. It's kind of tough to beat that. Dude, Pet Cemetery is so good. And speaking of which, I watched the new like Mummy trailer, which, you know, everyone's like got all sorts of Pet Cemetery vibes, or at least I'm hearing that. I am just still flabbergasted that like I can't tell if it's supposed to be funny. Like, I watch that latest Mummy trailer and ask yourself, is this supposed to be like Evil Dead 2? Because there's something comedic that I'm picking up when I'm watching this trailer. And I don't think they would ever go that route. But I'm like, is it just that off the mark as far as like the tone they're going for? I'm very curious about it. I don't have a good feeling, unfortunately, about Lee Cronin's The Mummy, but maybe he'll totally surprise me. We'll see. We will see. Shawshank is one of the greatest adaptations. Yep. Pet Cemetery, The Shining. Yeah. Carrie. Yeah. And The Shining is like very different, but still everyone knows the film, right? Shawshank, of course. Yeah. Apt Pupil, Stand By Me. I mean, there's a lot of really good like adaptations you can point to. The Green Mile, stuff like that. Yeah. Let's see here. Just going to jump in and kind of catch up with you guys. What's happening? Michelle Schmidt is hanging out. Welcome on back, Michelle. Love Ed Furlong. Oh, were you guys talking about maybe a little brain scan? Oh, no, you're talking Pet Cemetery too. All right. I've not seen that since like it was on HBO, maybe a year or two after it came out. Did it go to the theaters or was it just direct to video? I don't even know. Yeah, dude, it's tough to pick against Tremors. It is this love letter to Burt I. Gordon, Roger Corman, you know, so many filmmakers from the 50s, 60s, like atomic era of horror and sci-fi. It also has these Jaws kind of elements. It's just really fun. Like the next time you watch Tremors, you're going to be like, the movie's over already? Like I just had a blast. It never stopped moving. It never stopped being interesting. And it didn't waste any time. Oh my God, like we need more movies like Tremors. Like it's fucking incredible. Yeah, it is. Seriously, Tremors and Fletch, I would never say no. It's the reason why I don't have children. All right, let's jump on in and close out that poll here, guys. 31 votes. Oh my God. Holy cow. Well, for all the Tremors love we see in the chat, we can see where your guys' allegiances truly are here, because the best horror of 1990 after 33 votes, Misery kills it with 64%. That's one of the biggest wins tonight. That's right up there with Nightmare on Elm Street from 84. Child's Play is in second place with a very distant 15% of the votes. Night of the Living Dead remake, I'm kind of surprised this one's super low as well, just 12%. I'm kind of lukewarm on the movie. I really do like it, but I'm such a Romero fan. I still prefer the original, but I know there's a lot of love for that remake. I hear a lot of people say it's their favorite zombie movie ever, you know? So just 12% there. And then guys, I'm blown away. Tremors, we all love it, but only 9%. I would have voted Tremors here. For me, it would have been between Tremors and Child's Play 2. I think Misery is great, but Child's Play 2 and is more horror, and Tremors is a little more fun and more horror. So there we go. All right, let me see here. I think I missed a couple super chats. I want to make sure that I'm not slacking off here. Code Melted drops another $10 super chat. Thank you so much, man. Says, I was sad when the monster universe that was supposed to kick off with that Mummy movie Tom Cruise was in. Would have been interesting what it would have created. It is too bad whenever those things, you know, whenever you have a false start, it always sucks. You know, like there's so many examples. Zack Snyder's DC thing fell apart. Now we're already in the middle of James Gunn's DC thing falling apart. And of course, yeah, the monster universe, they had that Dracula movie that, Dracula Untold, I think, that was supposed to be kind of a soft entry in that franchise. Yeah, you know, what it really tells me, Code, is you can't plan. You can't be like, we're going to make 10 of these movies. You got to be like, let's make one really fucking great movie that could turn into more. But let's make sure this one is really good and really just plant seeds. We don't need to worry about cameos. I think they even did like a Vanity Fair or Premiere, like one of those magazines. I think they did like a photo shoot with all these people. Some of them never even ended up I don't think, in any movies tied to this universe, which is crazy. So yeah, it's a bummer. I never watched that Mummy movie because I watched the Suicide Squad movie that came out like the year before it, and it seemed like the same kind of plot. So I just skipped the Mummy. But thank you so much for the tenor code. Really appreciate you. Antonis dropping a $4.99 super chat, says, Davey, today is April Fool's Day. Did you play a prank on anyone today? I have not. I've never been the biggest like pranky kind of guy, or even like April Fools. I think, when I was in high school, I like bleached my hair blonde as an April Fool's joke to my mom, because she was like, you can absolutely not dye your hair. So I was like, well, I'm going to dye my hair. I just wanted to anyways. And then I just wanted to see her freak out about it. But yeah, I don't really do that kind of thing. I don't know. The April Fool's joke is making you guys sit and watch me for a couple hours. That's the April Fool's joke. Thank you so much for the $4.99 there, Antonis. Really do appreciate you, man. Yeah, dude. Child's Play 2, solid. You got me choosing Misery or Tremors, Davey. I'm gonna put you pout in a corner. I thought you were saying you're gonna put me in the corner. No, you're gonna go pout in the corner, Carrie. Oh, that's a good sign. It's a good sign. It should be a tough vote, right? It should be difficult. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on over to, let's see here. So Misery wins that one, and Misery Loves Company. So let's find out which movie from 1991 is the best horror movie. Here we go. Oh, don't want to do that there. I want to do that there. And then I'm going to click here, and then I'm going to click the right button. Okay. So here we go, guys. 1991. This was a little bit of a tough one, too. So The Silence of the Lambs. Yes, we're counting it. Yeah, that's right. We're counting it. Silence of the Lambs. The People Under the Stairs. Ooh. The People Under the Stairs. How about it? Cape Fear. Oh, we got some grown-up kind of, horror in 1991, didn't we? A little grown-up. And guys, I'm throwing in one for me. 1991 was a bit of a down year, but I really like this movie. I just saw it recently, watched the whole franchise, which I would say like the first two are pretty good. Really dug the first one, but I'm putting Subspecies in there. Fuck it. We were just talking about vampires and how I'm not the biggest fan, but I really like that first Subspecies movie. I like a good Charles Band flick. Like, the production value, dependable. The music, usually pretty good. Usually you get some boobs, good story. Settings are great. So there you guys go. 1991 is up and ready to go. The timer has started. That is a very loosey-goosey 2-minute timer that we're working with here. Let's see what else we got going on. Yeah, Trash is taking off her clothes again. What do you think? This is some sort of costume? Gotta love that guy, right? Mummy was one of my most anticipated movies before the trailer dropped, and now I have zero interest in seeing it. Yeah, it just looks really weird. I couldn't remember how many years it was, but I think in the trailer they say it's been 8 years. And then you bring that thing home? Like, what is going on? Like, something has to be going on in this Mummy movie where it's either supposed to be funny or it's some sort of, I don't know. Like, I don't understand the setup and the premise. Like, Pet Sematary, I understand because it's one guy doing all this stuff and like kind of hiding it from everyone. Like, his neighbor knows and that's it, But in The Mummy, it's like the whole family is trying to be accepting of bringing home like the dead daughter. I just think it's really bizarre. Is it supposed to be some sort of commentary on accepting people that are different or don't fit into this or that? But even that's such a big leap because this is literally like an undead girl. It's wild. It is wild. Okay, guys, I'm going to skip forward here just a little bit because I know I'm falling behind. All right, we got about 30 seconds left on 1991, so make sure you guys get your vote in. We got Cake Boy 227. Is this, let me see if I remember it. Courtney? Cake Boy? Is this Courtney? Trying to remember. I'm trying to get the word association going on, and I'm still trying to figure out Horror Becomes Her. I'm still trying to find out if that is Kim. I've heard, or I've seen a Kim here in the chat, but it's always somebody else saying hi to Kim, and I'm trying to figure out who's Kim. I just want to know, man. Let's see what else we got. Anime Kingdom says, what are your top 5 B horror movies? Okay, top 5 B horror movies. Jack Frost, that's one. I won't rank them. Like, I'll just give you 5. How about that? Jack Frost, that's going to be one of them. Can I count Tremors? Does that count as a B? I'm gonna count Tremors. I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. I'm counting it. Ticks. I'm gonna throw Ticks in there. Super B, but super funny. Mosquito. Gunnar Hansen's in that one. That one's a fun one. And another B horror movie that I really love, Slumber Party Massacre. There, I mean, I guess you can say that all horror movies are kind of B in a way, but there you go. There you go. You got 5. Thank you so much for the $2. Really do appreciate you, Anime Kingdom. And let's see what you guys figured out here for 1991. Oh my goodness. Oh my damn. There we are. We've got 28 votes, I believe. Let's see if it is it going to say a different amount here? There we go. 31 votes. Silence of the Lambs wins with 68%. Cape Fear with 19%, The People Under the Stairs with 13%, and Subspecies ain't getting nothing. No love for, what's his name again? Bagoo. No love for Bagoo. Yeah, poor little Bagoo. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Bagoo? All right. What's the story, Wishbone? I don't know why that made me think of that. Silence of the Lambs wins for 1991, best horror of 1992. Let's get her going. This one's going to be a fun one too, guys, because we've got Candyman. Ooh, be my victim. We've also got Dead Alive. Or if you're living in one of the countries that actually uses the real name, which I'm going to put second, it's called Brain Dead. It's really called Brain Dead. We just call it Dead Alive. How about that? Or is it going to be Bram Stoker's Dracula? Ooh, that's another good one. Oh my gosh. Or, guys, film not many people talk about, except for all over the internet. I've actually been hearing about this one since the early 2000s, so even that was 10 years after the fact. But this one is called Man Bites Dog, very highly rated. For the real cinephiles out there, you'll know what I'm talking about. Here we go. All right, best horror of 1992. Let's get that timer going. Boom. There we are. And let me catch up on you guys. Really like the first one quite a bit. The second one's okay. The third one's like, oh my gosh, give me a break. But the first one is super solid. And I think the second one's pretty good, but the way the guy talks is a little bit different. Like, he really is like, what is your wish? Instead of just saying, like, in the first movie, he says wish a little normal. In the second movie, it's everything is said all weird. Weird talking with the Wishmaster. How was 1991 a down year with Silence of the Lambs and People Under the Stairs? Where there just weren't many to pick from, right? So like when you're putting Subspecies in there as your fourth pick, like there wasn't another like franchise that had a good movie that year. That's what I mean. Like, yeah, and obviously like Silence of the Lambs won Best Picture. You could call it a horror movie. You could also call it a thriller movie. So yeah, I think it's still a little bit of a down year. And the 90s was kind of like that, you know? Yeah, what can you do? What can you do? Cape Fear's getting remade for Apple Plus. All right, another remake. Why not? You know what? Why not remake it again? We got, let's see here, Billy Judd hanging out with us. What's happening, Billy Judd? Welcome on in, bud. Hope you're doing well. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, it just looks like a joke to me. I don't know. Like, what about it's looking, because the whole premise of bringing home a girl that's been dead for 10 years that just suddenly woke up it sounds like a sitcom. It just, I don't know. It's like, I kind of wish he would just go back and do another Evil Dead movie and really get to push it. All right, cool. So there we go. We got Courtney there. Perfect. Okay. Yes. Thank you so much for confirming. Because I don't think Kim was going to do it herself. I think Kim was like, I want to watch him squirm. No, I'm just messing around. Let's see here. Question, Davey, were you afraid of the pink elephant sequence in Dumbo? It's been so long since I've seen that movie that I can't even answer that question. But there are moments in Pinocchio that kind of freaked me out and were sort of creepy. All right, guys, let's go ahead and close this one out here. 1992. How many votes are we going to have on this one? 29 votes. Candyman wins with 59%. That is a pretty big win. Bram Stoker's Dracula with 34%. Dead Alive with just 7%. That would have been my vote. And my Man Bites Dog with 0%. Thank you guys so much for voting on that one. And we are sort of rounding the corner here, guys. So there we go. Candyman is the winner. Oh, man. We got so many good picks here. So many good picks. So much room for activities. You know what I mean, guys? You know what I mean? All right, there we go. Best horror of 1993. Is it going to be The Dark Half? Is it going to be Return of the Living Dead 3? I've never seen this one, and everyone talks a really good game about it, and it was popping up all over the place. Or is it going to be The Good Son? A little bit of a different mix here. You know, the early 90s, they had those psychological kind of family thriller horrors. Man, The Good Son, if you've not seen it, fucking scary as shit. Like, I think maybe scarier than The Omen. It's not literally about the devil's child, but fuck, it's close enough. Or just a little bit of fun here, a little sparkling of fun. Or is it going to be Leprechaun? Let's see what you guys say. Boom, there it is. Vote for your favorite horror movie of 1993. Let's get that timer going. You have 2 minutes. There it is. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Happy April, Danny. Yes, it is officially April, officially Q2 of 2026. Oh my gosh, Carrie. It changed me. Man, Peter Jackson, I don't know. He's created more impressive movies, I guess, on some metrics since then, but I think Dead Alive is his best movie and his most it's just genius. Like, if you like silly zombie kind of stuff, like if you're a From Dusk Till Dawn fan or an Evil Dead 2 fan or Shaun of the Dead or whatever, like, yeah, I'd put Dead Alive on the list. It's one that I would prioritize if I were you. Shannon, you got to get on that too. Yeah, yeah, Dead Alive is so good. It's my second favorite zombie movie of all time. Davey could be I can't even read it right. Davey could be a radio DJ. It's a triple rock block of Air Supply. That's my favorite. That's my favorite radio thing. Like, I want to be on the radio just so I can say that and then play 3 Air Supply songs back to back to back would be incredible. It's a triple rock block of Sade. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Sorry, guys. I'm just living in my own world. You know what I mean, guys? We got David becoming a YouTube channel member. Thank you so much, David. Appreciate you, bud. We got less than 10 seconds left to vote, guys. So get those votes on in there. Michelle Schmidt became a channel member as well. Thank you so much, Michelle. Really do appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. For you guys that are new channel members, we do a horror movie club for channel members that's exclusive to membership. That's every other week. A couple weeks ago, we talked about Stand By Me and Misery. And this coming week, we're doing, oh my gosh, I forgot. It's, we're doing, was it the dark? No, it's, we're doing more Stephen King stuff. Sorry, I can't remember right now. But channel members, horror movie club, super fun. That's every other week, where we kind of analyze like the literary elements of the film. So it's not so much just a review, it's a deeper dive into like the thematic elements and everything. So really fun. And then sometimes I just go live with the channel members where it's just us shooting the shit. Tell me why you ain't nothing but a heartache. There's what's that band? Was it Alistair, that Drive-Thru Records band, I think they did a cover of I Want It That Way that's like a pop punk version. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. The Good Son was a sleeper. Yeah, I mean, I remember seeing it on VHS and no one really talks about it, right? But it's like, when you think about those creepy, like, familial horrors from the late 80s, early 90s, Sleeping with the Enemy, The Good Son, there seems like there's a whole bunch of them, right? Like, you can't trust the people that are your family or the people you live with, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, The Good Son is right there. All right, let's see what we got here. I haven't seen Idle Hands since it came out. I didn't have the highest opinion of it because I was like, bro, it's just an Evil Dead 2 ripoff. But I need to watch it again and, maybe gain some appreciation for it. I think I was a little too judgmental in my teen years on that one because I was like so protective of Evil Dead. I was like, ain't nobody gonna date Evil Dead except for me. I was treating it like it was. I was being like possessive boyfriend about Evil Dead. You can't like anything else, or you can't even try to be like Evil Dead. Stop it. Let's see here, you guys. Best horror of 1993. Let's close this one out. 31 votes. Let's see who the winner is. The Good Son wins with 52%. My mind is blown, but I'm so proud of you guys and so happy at the same time. So The Good Son wins with 52%. That's a great sign that a lot of you guys have seen that movie, which I was worried that maybe a lot of us hadn't seen it. You know what I mean? Like, that just happens. Like, there's The Vanishing, Man Bites Dog. I haven't seen either of those movies. So The Good Son wins with 52%. Leprechaun with 26%. The Dark Half with our guy Timothy Hutton with just 12%. And Return of the Living Dead 3, 10%. Pretty respectable for a last place. Pretty respectable. I'm going to say it's pretty good. All right, let's see. Man, The Good Son is a winner. That brings a level of cachet to this list. Like, the fact that you guys voted on The Good Son and you've got Silence of the Lambs in there, Candyman in between, Misery is in there too. You guys are picking good tonight. Let's keep it rolling. Best horror of 1994. What do you say? Let's see what we got. All right, here we are. Boom. We're going to be looking at a little Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Don't mind if we do. And we're also going to have In the Mouth of Madness. Man, not the first, like Carpenter and Craven going head to head. In the Mouth of Madness. That might be my vote here from this bunch. Let's see what other ones we've got though. Cemetery Man. That's right. Della Morte, Della More. If you're, Italian, I think is right. Is it Italian? Yeah. Cemetery Man. Still haven't seen it. I know some people say it's the best horror movie of the year. I mean, that's why it's on the list. Or Interview with the Vampire. Ooh, what is it going to be? I almost put Campfire in there. You don't want to call them a campfire. They're a vampire. All right, here we go. Wes Craven's New Nightmare, In the Mouth of Madness, Cemetery Man, or Interview with the Vampire. Vote on horror from 1994 starting now. You have 2 minutes and probably a little bit more because I believe that a lot. Sure, Alexander Graham Bell was great, but I'm more impressed by the work of his brother, Taco. Oh, it's a good joke. It really is. Yeah, dude. Man, Macaulay Culkin, just in case you guys haven't seen that, he is so scary. Elijah Wood is really good. I don't even remember who else was in the movie because so much of the movie feels like those two guys together. And when it came out, I was a kid. I was 11 when this movie came out. So I was like right around, those two actors are probably a year or two older than me, So like, it was even freakier thinking about like, oh my God, I could hang out with like a cousin and this shit could happen. I only saw my cousins like once every like 7 to 10 years growing up. So it really was like, yeah, they're family, but I didn't really know my extended family at all really growing up. So yeah, The Good Son freaked the hell out of me watching it on VHS with my parents in 1993 or 4, whenever we ended up watching it. Yeah, Carrie, I would I'm not gonna like blow up Dead Alive too much. I think it's enough to say I really love it, and it's my second favorite zombie movie of all time, and it's really fun. It's very charming. So yeah, if you want to see the bloodiest movie you've ever seen, yeah, I would say Dead Alive or Evil Dead 2013 are going to win in that regard. So there you go. I love Leprechaun. Don't get me wrong, Stewie. I have a lot of fun with it. I probably would have voted for, gosh, I can't even remember what they all were now. That's how, goldfish memory I am. I should have been hitting the pen. Maybe I'm not on it because I'm not hitting the pen. It's such a tough one. I might have voted for Leprechaun, dude. Stewie, I might have voted for Leprechaun. I still need to see The Dark Half. I still need to see Return of the Living Dead 3. So just because I haven't seen a movie, I won't like keep it from the list. You know what I mean? Like that's no way to do it. That's no way to do it. I just have to, swallow my pride, bite the bullet, and just tell you guys, hey, haven't seen it yet. I don't know. I don't have any shame about that. I know, like the other week on Hit the Bricks, I don't know if any of you guys were there watching, but there was somebody in the chat who I didn't recognize. They were like, sounds like Davey hasn't watched very many movies. And I was like, motherfucker, what the fuck you say? It's just like, this guy doesn't even know. Like, I don't even know who this guy is. And he's telling me I haven't seen a lot of movies just because I haven't seen a couple movies that were mentioned. Guys, on Letterboxd, I've logged 2,123 movies, just so you know. So I've seen some movies. All right, let's go ahead and close this poll out here for best horror movie of 1994. Man, I'm surprised. Okay, wow. Okay, we're going to close this one out. I'm surprised that Interview with the Vampire is so close. I thought there would be some, I thought we were going to get a bump for In the Mouth of Madness. I really did. It didn't really happen here. I think In the Mouth of Madness is absolutely brilliant. And what's even cooler, it doesn't, if you watch that, you don't really get this is definitely a John Carpenter movie, which I kind of like, because I think a lot of John Carpenter movies kind of he's got a vibe and a feel and a style, especially when he's doing the music and shooting the movie or, directing the movie. But yeah, In the Mouth of Madness just feels like this, just something different, just a little bit of a different vibe from John. But here we go, guys. Best horror of 1994, 27 votes. Wes Craven's New Nightmare, so good, wins 56% of the vote, wins first place. Interview with the Vampire with 33%. That one's actually pretty damn good as well. In the Mouth of Madness, 11%. And Cemetery Man, sorry, foreign films, fuck off, 0% on that one. And yeah, there it is. Let's go. Moving into the home stretch. I think we've just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. 5 more to go, or 5 more to go, folks. Hey, that kind of works. 5 more to go, because we're talking about horror. All right, here we go. We are moving on to 1995. So we've got 7. Yes. Oh, yeah. Was it Tia talking about how hot Brad Pitt was in 7? I think so. I think it was. And then we got Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. And I know I can't type out the whole Tales from the Crypt, so it's going to be an acronym. Get off my back about it, okay? They limit my characters, guys. Or is it going to be Lord of Illusions? Ooh. I think I like Lord of Illusions quite a bit. Right? That's the right one I'm thinking about. Yeah, with Scott Bakula. Oh my God, it's so good. And the guy that plays Sheriff Grady in Super Troopers, and he is Krueger on Seinfeld. God, he's so good. Yeah, I think Lord of Illusions is really good. A very, very young Famke. Okay, guys, and then the 4th entry here, I'm going, I was looking at everything else, and I was like, man, none of these other movies really have a cultural impact. And there was one that caught my eye where I'm like, this is really cool because this is an anthology. It has a massive cultural impact because this is a movie that more and more people talk about every year. And that movie, which, I just saw for the first time last Halloween, and I enjoyed quite a bit of it. I'd put it right up there with Creepshow and that kind of stuff. Guys, the 4th entry is Tales from the Hood. From 1995, there you go. You've got your choices. Boom, we're going to restart the timer. There we go. All right, so what's it going to be, guys? 7, Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight, Lord of Illusions, or Tales from the Hood. I would love to get another Tales from the Crypt movie. In fact, I would love it if Tales from the Crypt came back as a television show. Here's my catch. I still want them to be presented in original 4:3 frames. So no widescreen Tales from the Crypt. Let's go back to that TV look. That would be a really fun limitation. And it would be amazing. Like when they originally did Tales from the Crypt on HBO, you know, they had all these, I think like Joel Silver was a producer, you know, Zemeckis was there, Richard Donner, all those guys. I would love to see a Tales from the Crypt show that is produced by like Jordan Peele and Quentin Tarantino and Mike Flanagan. Like imagine, pick 5 or 6 names in modern horror that you would want to see produce, because they could direct some episodes, but they'd also be bringing other people in. Oh my gosh, like that could be a stream in and of itself. Like let's reboot Tales from the Crypt and just fantasize, just live in a world of fantasy. Yes. All right, let's see here. Did I even start the timer? I did. Okay. Sorry guys, I had a cup of coffee before I jumped in here, so I am on one, and I think I am gonna hit the pen. I hope you guys don't judge me too much, okay? In college, it was The Good Son was on and went blank for about 5 minutes. Towards the end, you could hear no screams simultaneously on campus. Oh shoot, you guys were watching it on campus and the film broke or something like that? I know, at the last 5 minutes, come on, that's the most integral part of a horror movie. You gotta have that. It did get snubbed a little bit. Guys, Leprechaun's really, really fun. So you mean Face My Wrath, right? Face My Wraith. Or it could be Wraith. Maybe you're facing a wrath by way of Wraith. That's certainly possible. That's certainly possible. All right, guys, the timer is up. Let's see what we got. Let's end that one. 28 votes. I'm not very shocked here, guys, because I will say this. One of the running themes I am seeing on the voting, and there's nothing wrong with it, is when a high production value movie enters into the horror sphere, it does really well. We really like that, don't we? You know, a little bit of kind of mainstream acknowledgement of how awesome the shit that we love is, you know? So here we go, guys. Best horror of 1995, 28 votes, 7 gets 56%. Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight coming in with a 29%. Tales from the Hood with 11%, and Lord of Illusions with a lowly 4%. So there we are. 7 is moving on up. There we go. Boom. Best horror of 1996. Gosh, I wonder which one's gonna win this poll. This is maybe, if I could put all the money I have in the world on one bet, I would bet that a movie called Scream will win this poll. But guys, from 1996, we don't just have Scream, we've got From Dusk Till Dawn, another fucking banger. I can't blame you if you say you like that movie more than Scream. I ain't gonna get mad at you. Some other people might. Like, look out for Linda if you don't vote for Scream. Like, you might like want to not share that information because Linda, you know, might put you on a private list or something like that. I'm just messing with you, Linda. But this one was a little bit tougher because there wasn't as much, like, other than Scream and From Dusk Till Dawn, there wasn't much like really gory kind of horror. But closing it out, guys, I put The Craft in here, another you know, Skeet Ulrich, Nev Campbell piece, and then Peter Jackson with his second appearance with The Frighteners, Michael J. Fox, Jeffrey Combs, Jake Busey. What a funny movie. What a wild movie. There we go, guys. That is what we're voting for on 1996. Let me get that timer going. You all are beautiful for participating. I love seeing awesome participation in the polls. You guys have been absolutely amazing. And I know that these streams kind of feel like sprints, don't they? You're like, damn, Davey, will you slow the F down, bro? Let's see what else we got going on here. Look at that. Nightfall jumping in with a super chat. I'm 15 minutes late on. I'm so sorry, Nightfall. Says The Good Son is an amazing film. Absolutely. I need to revisit it, though. I only watched it like maybe a couple times. There might have been another time after that initial watch when I was a little kid, because I do remember certain scenes that really stand out. So I got to go back, give it a little rewatch. I mean, after like 35 years-ish. You know, it's like, it's tough to remember every little thing. Thank you so much again for the 2 Nightfall, and thank you so much for being a channel member. I really do appreciate it, man. Did I see the Killer Cow movie? It's horrible. I love it. I love it. They've got Tia. So one thing that keeps on popping up in my algorithm is it's like all the drive-through records DVDs like squished together. It's like this 3-hour thing. And it's like all these music videos. So if you ever want the drive-through records nostalgia, there were a couple of those bands I liked. And then even though I was like a pop punk kid and everything like that, I still had my limits to where some bands I was like, yeah, they're a bit too, yeah, I'm going to be judgy about those guys. But again, I was super gatekeepy back in my 17 to 23 years old, you know, phase. All right, let's see here. 15 seconds left to vote on that one, guys. I'm going to cut to the top of the, to the bottom of the chat. Which one, what do you need to hear again? Remember, I can't free associate on a live stream. So what do you need to hear again? Was it some sort of like singing or something I did? I don't know. I know. The Crow could have been in there. I'm so sorry. It was difficult to not put it in there, but I was like, is it really a horror the way that the others are that it was, you know, in that group with? Because I think you can, as horror fans, we can certainly appreciate The Crow, and certain elements have a horror feel. It's very similar to kind of a Batman kind of vibe though. So I kept it out of there. I'm sorry. I also thought, sometimes I'm like, is this movie going to get crushed if I put it in with these other 3 movies? Now, granted, we've seen movies get crushed that I picked. So, you know, hindsight is 20/20, my friend. All right, let's go ahead and close out this one for 1996. Boom. And I knew it. This poll was going to be a Scream, baby, because we got Scream winning with 65% of 31 votes from Dusk Till Dawn in a distant second place here at 19%, The Craft with 10%, and The Frighteners with just 6%. So there you go. No surprise there that Scream won on that one. And Linda, hopefully I, you know, got a little bit back in your good graces for putting a Scream movie on there. I know we only had one last time around. I think, no, or did we have more than one last time around? I can't remember. I know you were bummed out I didn't put Scream 3 in there. Because you're such a fan. I can't blame you. All right, guys. Favorite or a best horror film of 1997. Event Horizon. So Sam Neill making another appearance here. Or Cube. Or maybe the original Funny Games. That's another one I haven't seen. Another foreign film. Let me guess. 0% vote. Coming, 0% vote incoming. Or check it out, guys. Is this gonna get wild? Scream 2. How do you like me now, Linda? Huh? How do you like me now? Boom. Let's see what we got. All right, I'm gonna fast forward here on the chat. You guys are still talking about The Crow. What's in the box? What's happening, Theron? How are you doing, man? Welcome on in. Oh, let me get the timer going. There we are. Sorry that I'm late saying hello to everybody. I know I'm way behind on the chat. Let me go. There we go. Scream. Oh my goodness. Scream 3 was my favorite killer, Davey. Yeah, I like Roman. I can get down with that for sure. Oh yeah. Let's see here. I missed a live and wasn't sure. Yeah, you know what? I go live way too much. You know, there may be a day where I miss a live. You never know. Singing from Davey. Oh, gotcha. You're patiently waiting. Yes. No, you guys are going to get a song from me. Don't you worry. Yeah, I haven't done that yet. That might be a little, just keep an eye out because I might be working on something special for you guys. Only left out Scream 3, it seemed. No, I didn't. Scream 5 and 6 weren't involved, were they? I don't remember. Did I put Scream 5 and 6 in there? Maybe I did, but I think they lost. Yeah. I don't know. 2000 was a tough year. It was a tough year to pick from. I'm so sorry, Linda. I hope you forgive me. Can we still be friends? I don't know. I don't know if we can. I don't know if you'll let me. Scream 1 and 2 back to back, baby. Dude, Cube is good. I've never seen Funny Games yet. There was an American remake not too long after, but I haven't seen any version. I've heard it's just one of those really uncomfortable kind of home invasion, torture-y kind of things. Yep. Funny Games is disturbing, but that kind of gives me some respect for it as long as it doesn't go into a Serbian film territory. Yeah, I'll probably never watch that movie. And yeah, there's certain movies where I'm like, is this going to be too disturbing for my sweet little brain? I just don't know. I don't know. Tia loves home invasion movies. Well, there you go. Watch Funny Games and let me know what you think, Tia. Because I need to know. Holy cow, guys. We've got like 45 people watching right now. If you're tuned in, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. All that good stuff. Guys, if you're watching after the fact, let me know what you would vote for each one of these years. Or maybe there's just one where you're like, I had to jump in here to the comments to just be like, what the fuck? Totally feel free to jump down and do that kind of thing. But make sure you hit the hype button. Hit that hype button so that way the channel gets some more exposure and our lovely community can keep on growing. All right, now let's go ahead and close this one out. Holy cow, another massive landslide. Scream 2 destroys this one. 29 votes, 66% for Scream 2, 17% for Event Horizon, 10% for Cube, and 7% for the original Funny Games. Not a bad mix, and holy cow, look at that. Scream and Scream 2. That's why I couldn't put all the Screams in the, in the polls, because that way, that's all that would win, would be Scream. It would be Scream is the best movie of every year. All right, let's see here. What do we got next? We've got 1998. Just two more, guys. So in 1998, another foreign film, Ringu, the original Ring. How about Fallen with Denzel Washington? Yeah, you people that love the good son, you know what I'm talking about with Fallen. Don't sleep on Fallen, man. This movie is disturbing, really good. I mean, Denzel's always really fun to watch, obviously, and it's really cool to see him in a movie that's got some interesting twists and turns. I quite enjoy Fallen. Or is it going to be Dark City? A little trippy, kind of dark sci-fi dystopian world. Ooh, man, I think Dark City is like a underrated kind of sleeper movie too. I wanted to make sure to bring in some of these sleepers too. It's totally fine talking about whatever movies we want to talk about, right? It's just kind of, we go with the flow and everything. I do think sometimes I'm like, okay, there's always going to be time to talk about Friday the 13th. We're always going to find our way back to it, right? So it is cool to acknowledge when we're doing these polls or we're getting into some of these deep dives, just let's talk about some movies that are really damn good, but just don't get brought up as much. So Fallen, Dark City, there you go. And then we're going back with something that people talk about quite a bit from 1998. I gotta throw The Faculty on there. I'm not gonna leave it off. All right, guys. So here we go. 1998. What do you got? Ringu, Fallen, Dark City, or The Faculty? Voting is open now, and you've got 2 minutes plus whatever change I allow on the clock. Guys, I'm kind of like a soccer referee. Yeah, just what I think there's like 2 minutes of stoppage. Let's just let them play for another 2 minutes. But I guess if it gets boring, I'm just going to blow the whistle and end the game. I still don't understand that about soccer, but I don't know. Maybe somebody who loves Football Europa can tell me all about that. Jack Frost is 1997. Did I put Jack Frost in here? Oh, okay. Yeah, the horror movie is 97, right? Yeah, I like that. I like that Jack Frost movie quite a bit. Yeah, I knew I wanted to put one of those. There were a couple other, like Urban Legend. There's a couple others where I was like, oh, I think The Faculty is the strongest one out of these like teen kind of horrors that came out that year. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Like, I Know What You Did Last Summer wasn't on the 97 list because I'm like, that movie ain't fucking winning. like, would you guys... Does Scream 2 still win if I Know What You Did Last Summer's on that poll? Yeah. So there we go. And yeah, Josh Hartnett, I might not have been the biggest fan of him back then. I am a huge Josh Hartnett fan now. I think he's gotten better as an actor. And I'm rooting for the guy. Like, Fight or Flight was so much fun. If you guys didn't see Fight or Flight, that movie was a fucking blast. Like, I'm down. Like, I'll take all the Josh Hartnett you got. Like, bring it on. Bring it on. Yeah, we're gonna see that one here. I think in the next one. I think Blair Witch. You have to include Blair Witch in '99, right? Yeah, 30 Days a Night's pretty hardcore. I really like the guy that plays the. Is it Danny Houston that plays the main bad guy, the lead vampire? I love that guy as an actor. I absolutely adore what he does. And I've only seen 30 Days of Night once, but I'll tell you this, Theron, it's one of those things where, because I grew up in Southeast Alaska, and so many times people are like, oh, is it like that movie 30 Days of Night? That's one of the most asked questions. When I was a kid, it was igloo questions. And then after that movie came out, even from people that aren't necessarily just horror fans, just people that like movies and saw it because it was popular at the time, you know, they're like, oh, is it like that movie 30 Days of Night? And I'm like, no, because Nome is like 2,000 miles away from where I live north. And I guess Nome isn't called Nome anymore? Or is it in Barrow? Sorry, I think it's in Barrow is where they do it. Or wait, is it Nome or Barrow? Somebody let me know. 30 Days a Night, Nome, Barrow. Which, because Barrow is more northern, but Nome is like on the nose of Alaska, because Alaska kind of looks like, you know, there we go. So Nome is kind of like the nose of Alaska, if that makes sense. The Aleutian chain comes out. I always thought Alaska looked like a face, like a man's face with a beard. It's weird. What can I do? But yeah, Nome or Barrow? Barrow, thank you. And I think they just renamed Barrow to like the native name. I can't remember what it is, but something with a U. It's something that's very difficult to say if you're just trying to read it in English, but it's because it's from a language that's not English. How about it? Josh Hartnett's Hair was its own horror movie in the late 90s. I give him credit for all that. I kind of like where he was going with it. I kind of dig it. But yeah, as a kid, I was like, God, every chick thinks this guy's hot and he looks like a fucking mess. I was super butthurt about it, you know. How dare he get between me and, you know, some chickie I want to smooch with? How dare he, right? Yeah, it's not quite Wakanda. Yeah, it's something. Should I look it up right now? I'm going to bring the stream to a grinding halt. All right. Barrow. Barrow new name. I almost said the C word, guys, because of my computer. So it's pronounced. So this is how it's spelled, guys. I'm just going to put that in there. It's wild spelling when you put it in English, right? So this is not a joke. I know I joke a lot. This is not a joke. That is, let's see here. I'm going to try not to butcher the name here of the native. So it's restored to the original Inupiaq name, and it translates to a place to gather wild roots, and it's pronounced Utqiagvik. Utqiagvik. So it's got a little bit of a Russian kind of feel to the name, but Utqiagvik. There you go. And Juno, I guess they used to call it Zuntakahini, was the Tlingit name, because it means I think it meant where the flounder gather, because Juno's like right there next to the ocean, but there's a channel in there. So yeah, I mean, super beautiful. Yeah, thank you, T. I appreciate you just sharing a little love for my home state there. I'm not Native Alaskan or anything like that. I just grew up there, so I really do appreciate. You know, try to soak in as much of the culture as you can, and they actually did a good job of it when I was a kid. But either way, let me close this poll. We have plenty of time to talk about Alaska for anyone that's interested in Alaska chat with Davey Deathray. Okay, let's see what happened with that poll. Do I have to reload YouTube? Thanks, YouTube, for making me do extra work here. There we go. All right. Playing the waiting game. Okay, cool. 28 votes, guys. Best horror of 1998. Holy cow, The Faculty won it with 57%. Man, you guys don't like The Ring. Dark City with 18%, Ringu with 14%, and Fallen with just 11%. So there you are. The Faculty wins it. I am kind of surprised. I'm not, I don't think it's a bad pick or anything like that. I'm surprised that The Ring didn't get more, the original Ring. And guys, here we go. This is the last one of the night. This is the last one, and then we'll go through all of our winners. We'll hang out and chat for a second. All that kind of good stuff. So guys, here we are with 1999. Is it going to be the Blair Witch Project? Is it going to be Stir of Echoes? God, I love Stir of Echoes so much. Is it going to be Sleepy Hollow? How about it? Sleepy Hollow. And our final entry here, which I'm guessing 0% of the vote, Audition. So there you go. The final poll of the night, 1999. Blair Witch Project, Stir of Echoes, Sleepy Hollow, or Audition. I know I would vote for Stir of Echoes. Easy on this one. Sleepy Hollow's great too. I haven't seen Audition, but I love Stir of Echoes. Watched it so much when I was in high school. I wore out that VHS tape, The Blair Witch Project, yes. Faculty has Usher in it, probably why it won. Well, and sometimes it's just the audience. Like I know that a big portion of my audience, they love their, 90s, early 2000s, like the teen slashers, it's just going to be a big one. Yeah. But yeah, Usher helps. Usher certainly helps. Yeah. Isn't he in, is he in She's All That? I think he is. Yeah. I love She's All That because I'm a Rachel Lee Cook, like the biggest Rachel Lee Cook fan. Oh my God. She's just about the cutest it gets. I have seen Terror Train. Yeah. What is that? 80 or 81? I haven't seen any of the remakes, but I've seen, so I think they recently did a super low budget remake. But yeah, I thought Terror Train was okay. It was fine. I'd probably never watch it again. Yeah. That's a big thing for me too, Kim. Fingernails and teeth hurt me a lot watching that kind of stuff. So yeah, that fingernail scene, that's a big one. And I really love the twist. I also I was inspired to read the book, and I'm not even the biggest reader, but I love the movie so much that I went and got the novel that was written in 1957 or something. It's very old. It's from the 50s, and it's what's his face? It's oh my gosh, why can't I even think of his name right now? He wrote so much. I'm so disappointed in myself. This is a bad night for Davey. Not on my A game, folks. Richard Matheson. God damn, dude. What the fuck? What is with me? Not hitting the pen, and I still can't remember stuff. That's no good. But yeah, Richard Matheson, who wrote I Am Legend, and he wrote a bunch of Twilight Zone episodes as well. Wrote Stir of Echoes. And glaring omission maybe is The Sixth Sense. I don't think The Sixth Sense is that great, honestly. I don't think it's horror, really. And Stir of Echoes was written fucking 50 years before. So I'm gonna give Stir of Echoes the nod on that one. But there you go, guys. The timer is all done, or at least if I forgot to start it, which I probably did. Looks like it's been 2 minutes according to the YouTube timer here. So there we go. Boom. We're gonna end this one. 28 votes is what I was told. Let's see if that's what actually presents itself, or do I have to reload this again? There we go. 28 votes. Blair Witch Project wins with 54%. Stir of Echoes with 31%. Sleepy Hollow with 11%. And Audition with just 4%. Boom. There it is, guys. That is all the voting that we have to do tonight. Let me grab all the winners here. Winner, 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 winner. Yeah, for me too. I think Sleepy Hollow is a lot of fun. It reminds me of those Hammer films, stuff like that from the 50s and 60s. Yeah, I still need to see Audition. Yeah, I never have. It's on the list. I put it on my watch list today. Yeah, I don't think it's boring, but I mean it's a little more old fashioned. I'll give you that, Zach. It is, the Hammer films are a little slower. Yeah, like, I don't find it boring, but I agree that it's a movie that's not, you know, it's got a little bit of a slow burn going on. Yeah. First of its kind, I think. Are you talking about Blair Witch? Blair Witch? Yeah, I mean, like, Cannibal Holocaust has a lot of those found footage elements in there. It's not a purely found footage movie, but Cannibal Holocaust has quite a bit of it. Yeah, I think Blair Witch is easily, as far as like the way that we think of found footage now, it's Blair Witch all the way. You know? Yeah, She's All That is dope. Yeah, I purposely left it out. I purposely left it out because I don't really consider it, like, you know, compared to the other movies, I would say all of those other movies are more horror than The Sixth Sense, which is way more drama. Yeah, like you're saying. There's a supernatural element and there are moments that are scary, but it's not, you know what I mean? It's like it has horror elements, but it's not a horror movie. Does that make sense? But you know, if you're going to call Sixth Sense horror, I'm not going to say you're wrong. Absolutely won't say you're wrong. I just always preferred Stir of Echoes. I never got like too high on M. Night Shyamalan's movies. I think there's some good ones, but I never, like, he was called the next Spielberg after he did one movie. So I think that's a bit fucking crazy. It's a bit fucking crazy. She is, yeah. Yeah, she's in there. Casper Van Dien, like half the cast from Harry Potter. Ian McDermott, who plays Palpatine, is in there. Jeffrey Jones, who was the principal in Ferris Bueller, and then he got busted for all of his weird, creepy stuff that I don't even want to say here on my stream. You can look it up if you want. But yeah, Sleepy Hollow, stacked cast for sure. The second Dumbledore's in there. Second Dumbledore. Thank you, Gory. Welcome on in, man. I'm sure you've been here for a little bit and I've just been so far behind. All right, so here we go, guys. I'll read off all the winners. You guys want me to read off the winners from last week as well, like a whole recap of everything? We can start with these, the last ones that have won here, and then we can go back. Because guys, it is stacked, man. You guys have done some really good work picking these out. Thank you so much for hanging out on the streams. I know they can be a little bit hectic. You know, I get stressed and weird about dumb stuff. So I appreciate you guys kicking it here. Yeah, it's so good, man. I love, like, and I haven't seen Stir of Echoes in a little bit, but I seriously, like, I wore that VHS tape out. Me and my friends watched that movie all the time. That was one of those I bought from, you know, Blockbuster for like $3.99 or something like that back in the late 90s. And big Kevin Bacon fan. Like, I just absolutely, you know, adore him as a performer. And yeah, Stir of Echoes, man. Really, really good shit. Okay, let's go ahead and, yeah, we'll read them all. How about Martin Landau? What? Martin Landau is in Sleepy Hollow? I know Christopher Lee's in there. Really? Martin Landau? I didn't know. I'm trying to think. Like, is he just in like one scene or something? Is he in like a flashback scene? I'm trying to like remember, because I don't remember him being like a town's, like one of the, you know, founding fathers of the town or whatever. But man, and I just watched that movie back in October. That's why I'm having such a tough time with it, Aaron. Or maybe you're talking about a totally different movie. Okay, I'm gonna jump on over to let's read all of these from 1980, guys, all the way through 2025. Let's see what the best movie for every year is. 1980, The Shining. 1981, The Evil Dead. 1982, The Thing. 1983, Sleepy Hollow. 1984, A Nightmare on Elm Street. 1985, Fright Night. 1986, Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. 1987, The Lost Boys. 1988, Child's Play. 1989, Pet Sematary. 1990, Misery. 1991, The Silence of the Lambs. 1992, Candyman. 1993, The Good Son. Oh, that is a good. You guys did a great job with that one. 1994, Wes Craven's New Nightmare. 1995, Seven. 1996, Scream. 1997, Scream 2. 1998, The Faculty. 1999, The Blair Witch Project. And then rolling into our last batch. I mean, how good are those movies that we just listed off right there? Amazing picks. You guys killed it. And going from the year 2000 to 2025, here we go. 2000, American Psycho. 2001, 13 Ghosts. 2002, The Ring. 2003, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre Remake. 2004, Saw. 2005, The Descent. 2006, The Hills Have Eyes Remake. 2007, Trick or Treat. 2008, The Strangers. 2009, Friday the 13th, the remake. 2010, Insidious. 2011, Scream 4. 2012, Sinister. 2013, Evil Dead. All right, I like you guys. 2014, It Follows. 2015, The Final Girls. 2016, Green Room. 2017, It Chapter 1. 2018, Hereditary. 2019, Doctor Sleep. 2020, The Invisible Man. 2021, Halloween Kills. 2022, Barbarian. 2023, Thanksgiving. 2024, The Substance. And 2025, Sinners. Oh my goodness, guys, there's not a bad movie in this bunch. Not a bad movie in this bunch. Here in a couple weeks, next week, we're going to do the 100th episode extravaganza, cavalcade of whimsy, whatever you want to call it, is going to be next Wednesday. The following Wednesday on, I believe it's tax day, on April 15th, guys, we're going to do 1960 through 1979. And I think at that point, we'll have enough to do either a giant bracket tournament or a tier maker ranking of all of these movies. The silence of the lambs. I'm doing the Cable. It's on Cable Guy when he puts the chicken skin on his face. You know what I'm talking about? I think, does that make sense? Does anybody remember that? First Victim. Okay. Gotcha. You're talking about, oh, okay. You're talking about Martin Landau. Interesting. All right. Gosh, that's crazy. That is crazy. I guess I totally missed that. Christopher Lee sang in a metal band with one of the newer guitar players from Judas Priest a few years before he died. That's friggin' wild. Christopher Lee's so good, man. So good. I think Sleepy Hollow is a lot of fun, too. We need Scream 3. I'm sorry. I know it's incomplete, isn't it? It's incomplete, like the great Bad Religion song. All right. Well, shoot, guys. 2 hours, 8 minutes. How about it? I do want to remind you all, I'm going to be on Backtrack Cinema tomorrow. I'm going to do this. On Backtrack Cinema tomorrow. Oh my goodness, tomorrow at, I think it's 9 p.m. Eastern. And guys, so on Backtrack Cinema, just a reminder, we're going to be talking about, I'm going to get that put up there. Awesome. Okay. So we're going to be talking about 1981 horror. We're going to be ranking the best of 1981 horror. Jason picked, I think, 10 to 15 movies or something like that, and we're going to rank those. So make sure you tune in. I pinned the link in the chat. If you're watching after the fact, just jump on over to Backtrack Cinema and check it out. It'll be Thursday, April 2nd. At I believe 9:15, something like that. I put 9 p.m. Just show up at 9. We'll let you know. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to wrap it up pretty much here, unless you guys got something else. Do you guys have a little something else? April 1st had a Pink Moon. Anyone ever heard Nick Drake's album Pink Moon? It's so good, but it's a downer. That is a really good record. Sometimes downer music is just the perfect thing, though. Isn't it weird how it works that way? Yeah, I think that's what it is, right? Cable Guy? Yeah. The silence of the lamb. Oh, all right, guys. Let me see here. I do want to shine a light here on all of you that have contributed a little bit of cashito here. You guys are amazing. Thank you so very much for, not only just being really cool and really chill in the chat, like you guys are a easy bunch to deal with. I love the camaraderie that you all have, and that you guys make friends here. You bring friends here. That's amazing. All the stuff that you guys do just by showing up, incredible. Thank you so very much. And the folks that go that extra bit and, you know, show their support financially, whether it's through, you know, having a membership, gifting memberships, doing the super chats, like that's fucking awesome too. And it makes, really, it makes it so I can do more of this. So that's the goal, guys. The goal is to keep on growing this thing. If it ever became something that I could actually do for a living, I would dump even more time into this crazy thing, and we'd be able to do more charity stuff and do all sorts of crazy fun stuff. So let's keep it going. Tell your friends, like the stream, hype the stream, all that good stuff. I'm going to shine a light on these folks that contributed some super chats tonight. We got Antonis Andriotis with a $5, Ryan Michael with a $5, Antonis with another $5, Shannon from Talking Star Wars with $5, Jiggy with a $5, Shannon with another $5, Code Melted with a 10. Oh my goodness. And then Code Melted with a 5. He's like, yeah, I got all sorts of denominations. Then we gave away 10 memberships. How cool is that? I love having new members come on in and seeing what this is all about. So welcome to the new channel members. Joel from Darkroom Reviews was like, dude, thanks for the membership. Here's $2 and thank you for everything you do. Thank you, Joel. Really do appreciate you, man. We got Nightfall 78 celebrating 2 months of membership. Fuck yeah, man. Let's keep it rolling. We got Code Melted dropping another $10 super chat. Thank you so much, sir. Antonis with a $5. Animal, or I almost said Animal Kingdom. Anime Kingdom dropping a $2 super chat. David became a channel member. Michelle became a channel member. And Nightfall dropped a 2. Guys, holy cow. My voice is sore just from reading off that list of all of your awesomeness. Thank you all so very much. I will be back tomorrow, just not on this channel. So I'll share it on the socials. I'll share it on the Discord. If you're not already following me on social media, those links are in the description below. But yeah, I will, I'm planning on being back. What do you guys want to do for the watch party? Friday or Saturday? Oh, you know what? I'll drop a poll. I'll drop a poll over on the Davey Deathray YouTube page. Make sure to just scoot on over there after the stream and vote if you want Scream 7 watch party on Friday night or Saturday night. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you all so very much. You guys are amazing. I really do appreciate every little bit of community here. I think so many beautiful people are in the horror community globally, and it's really awesome that we have our own little corner here on YouTube. We have an amazing, you know, horror sphere kind of YouTube group, and then over here on the Davey Deathray side, we got a nice little corner. Let's enter the room and make friends with everyone and bring them on in. How about that? Thank you all so very much. I'm gonna pop that thing off of there. There we are. That's gonna be it for tonight, guys. Really do appreciate you. Love you all. You all are beautiful. But until next time, I've been and will continue being Davey Deathray. Take care.